I was gonna have more good news today, but just once those Epstein files got dropped, it was horrible. Just pump line full of Epstein everywhere across the board. And then besides that, Prince or whatever of or princess's son getting arrested again in Norway. He's already facing sex allegation and assault charges, rape charges. Now he's got assault, uttering threats, breach of parole or breach of bond or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. The kid needs to go to jail. Uh, but slowly, I'm starting to change things. You don't see a lot of stuff that are happening here right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff on other platforms. I'm going to be doing Twitch every Friday through StreamYard. So I'm going to try and get Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube going all at once. And there probably will be a channel change here. I will put notifications up of when I change things. I think this is time for me right now to find a balance or a separation between me as a channel and where I want to progress my channel. Like I want to be a little bit more serious, but still have fun doing it at the same time. And I don't want to just be like talking. Like the stuff I do, like I'm actually doing research. This is over the last week of just news that I have done. Like, so for me to sit there and just say that, I'm just sitting here talking. No, this is what I plan to be doing for the next goal for YouTube and see where this takes off from here. I don't find not a lot of news channels out there that get to the point, or they just talk about the same thing over and over again. And if I start doing that, please shout me out for that, because yes, there is a lot of news out there, and if I'm writing stuff down, like normally I catch it. Normally it's stuff off the fly, off the top of my head, that kind of pops up in between news, where I might start repeating stuff over again. Or if something else like comes back into highlight, like today with Abby, the premier for BC, one of the premiers for BC, and that organization having meetings with U.S. Officials about getting a pipeline shipped down there. I don't know why they're talking about pipeline to the west coast. Like there's other pipelines they could be tying into, but it'd be nice to have their own permanent line. What's up, 2-4? So yeah, just talking about some changes here, 2-4. I'm gonna start progressing the uncomfortable channel over to. Well, I'm still gonna be here as I'll make you uncomfortable, but I'm gonna start a whole another separate channel, strictly just for news. It's gonna be Monday to Friday, that half hour day. That's it. Um, I just want to see my channel start to progress into something different than somebody just sitting here talking. You know, there's a lot of talking, a lot of vlogging and stuff going out there. I think me doing something like this, it has a little bit more purpose, a little bit more meaning, and again, like, I don't know, sit there and watch a half an hour's worth of news. I don't know. I think that's fair. Like, it's better than sitting there watching an hour to 45 minutes of news that's just nonstop, just either drama or stuff that's not even worth even talking about. Like, why is this on the news? And then the stuff you have to watch, they tell you right at the beginning, oh, this today's headlines, blah, blah, blah. You got to stay for the whole freaking show. And then they show it right at the end. And then I love this at the end of the news. They got to do their little, like, puff piece. What happened in the world today? That was great. Look at this kids going out making little swans out of paper to go help kids with cancer. Oh, how beautiful is that? No, you're not going to find that nonsense on my channel. I just want to get straight to the facts and to the point. And hopefully I can find some better news besides Epstein this week. Ugh. There's some like stuff happening with CERN, Large Hadron Collider in France and Spain, I believe it is. This thing's so fucking big. It goes in two countries. It's a joint effort between multiple countries. But they're talking about using all that wasted heat to start heating and start utilizing that heat to heat homes, which could be beneficial. I don't don't know what kind of like energy outputs and what kind of background gamma radiation that you're gonna get from that stuff. Like I don't know. That's beyond my mental capacity. That's CERN, but they've been working on that since the '80s. I remember when they were gonna turn that thing on. I was so excited. I remember guys I was working with. I was an arborist for 2 years, and be out in the bush fucking cutting trees, and I'd be telling them like, dude, you guys gotta be looking into this CERN thing. Like what? I'm like, they're taking two particles and they're gonna smash them together. And everyone's like, what? I don't know. It could be like the end of world as we know it. Like nobody knows what's gonna happen when they smash these fucking little particles together. And what I always wondered, like, they're using lead particles. What would happen if you changed the particle? What would happen if you sped up a different particle? Like a piece of gold or a piece of silver, something still like, conductive. That'd be interesting to see what would happen if they did gold. That's where the world ends. That's quite a piece of engineering feat for sure. What is it? Over 30 some years to create that thing. Ugh. Yeah. And then there's all the myths going around about when they started that thing up. Like everyone felt different after like the world. They're the like we became a part of a different like world. A different. Oh, my audio is low. Did that help a little bit? Probably doesn't help that I'm kind of muttering. That probably helps a lot. Yeah, that Large Hadron Collider, that thing's crazy. Absolutely nuts. I thought they were gonna blow up the world when they did that. Hey Jess, what's up? Decided to pop in here too, eh? So yeah, that's where the channel is gonna progress. Is more over to the news stuff, and then I'm gonna still keep the uncomfortable kind of nonsense part. So I don't know. It's kind of difficult trying to run multiple things. Can I shave it? You know what? I'll trim it up for you guys. I'll trim it up. I don't go anywhere anyways, so doesn't matter if I shave my face and I don't look the same. I pretty much just sit here right now looking for a job. Last time I shaved my face though, I did it for charity, raised like $1,200. One poor son of a bitch, he shaved his eyebrows. I think he made like more than that. I think he made like $1,600 to shave his eyebrows. But that was hilarious. He looked like Mr. Clean for like 3 weeks. My eyebrows? No, I wouldn't even do that. I'd do it for charity, but right now charities in like my area aren't worth giving to. Like food banks. Oh man, the rich people are going to food banks right now. There are people like with like 100 grand in their bank. Their mortgages are paid off, and you're sitting there at the food bank like, what the fuck are you doing here? You got food at home. You can go to the grocery store. Like I'm sitting here like scrounging by. Ugh. No, I'm not doing it. Ugh. I'm not cutting my hair either. It's just getting to a point where it's starting to get just long enough. But Fridays I'm gonna be on Twitch, so if you guys are ever on, or if you guys are on Twitch, you can find me over there. But there will be changes again too. You're gonna find me on Twitch right now under "I'll Make You Uncomfortable," but there's gonna be a transition over to News Stripped Down. So, Jesus, actually, you know what's funny? A lot of people call me Jesus, which is pretty funny. Everywhere I go, if I go overseas, that's just, Jesus. Like it's everywhere I go. Like you can't remember my name. It's Jesus. It's pretty funny. But every place I go that's overseas, yeah, Jesus. So yeah, I'll be over on Twitch on Fridays, and Fridays when I do my Friday show, I'm gonna try and pick some of the best. Like I said, hate repeating myself and repeating like new stuff because they do that enough in the media as it is. I want to just on Fridays maybe do some highlights of what happened from Monday to Friday. But I'll probably be doing that because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to like intersect again because one person's going to say something to somebody and then there's going to be some form of rebuttal, and sometimes that takes like 1 or 2 days. So but like I said, I hate repeating myself, but it's gonna happen every once in a while. But Fridays, I am gonna start doing highlights, and on weekends, I might start if something big comes up, I might do something. There is a space launch coming up scheduled for February 8th. I probably will be live streaming that. Let's see if it goes, because by what they're asking right now is they're gonna have sub temperatures, which is not going to be good. Because if you guys remember the Challenger disaster, where that teacher supposedly blew up on the space shuttle there, that was due to a frozen O-ring to one of the rockets, which created a that what do you call that? An anomaly, they called it. Sorry, we had an anomaly. Well, that anomaly was a rocket fucking exploding. Wouldn't really call that an anomaly. That was a fucking disaster. I can remember the other teacher who had been part of that program and he didn't quite make it. I remember him watching that spaceship go up, and when it blew up, he was just like that could have been me. Like, well, could have been. I don't know. Just go buy a lottery ticket. Ugh. And then yeah, Instagram, Twitch, but yeah, it's and yes, I'm gonna start doing some green screen stuff here, but my priority with the channel right now is to kind of just get everything separated away from the "I'll make you uncomfortable" brand and start a new brand. If something's not working, it's typical economics. If something's not working, what's the best thing to do? Change the brand. I know a guy right now in the city. He just took over a restaurant. And right now, as the name is, it's had the name for like 20, 30 years. And you know what? Maybe it's time to just change the name, change the branding, still keep the British vibe that's there, but time for a name change, time for something. Grow that shit out. Someday you won't have hair. Oh, don't say that, man. Yeah, exactly. That's what I worry about, having long hair. All my friends who had long hair when they're younger are all going bald now. Why do I do this? Like, what do you mean? Like the news? If reason I do the news is because I want to pick out the stuff that should be talked about or that I feel important without having to listen to all that nonsense that's out there. Like, I don't want to listen to all this little petty gun violence, Epstein stuff. I want to hear like the stuff that's actually going to affect us, like worldwide and globally. Like the trade deals today with between the EU and India, like that's going to affect us as even in the Americas. It's going to affect us all. And like Trump talking about sending Venezuelan oil to India. Like, but that's just words right now. I don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm tired of going on lives and stuff and just talking. You know, like I kind of want to have some point to this. Like everyone's out there doing live streams and they're just really just talking. I want to have some like set point and talk about that. And when I do my lives, it's really not for chat. I might start doing this chats after my news segments, but the reason I will acknowledge you guys in the chats when I'm doing my news segment, but really, like I said, I'm trying to really separate uh, my brands, and the brand I'm starting is going to be a little bit more serious. Um, like I won't always be there to comment or anything. I'm gay, actually. You know what's funny? I just had like 3 people think I was gay this weekend, which is kind of funny. Go ahead, think I'm gay. That's awesome. That's awesome. People leave me alone then. That's funny. I'm gay. It's so funny because no, I just had 3 people say I was gay on Friday night. Yeah, I was like, okay, and then now they're really confused. They're like, okay, like, are you gay? Like now I'm really not sure. Are you straight or are you gay? I don't know. I guess it's for you to find out. I don't know. Make a move on me. See what happens. And then who's to say? Maybe I'm bisexual. I don't know. Maybe I like going down on guys and girls at the same time. It's funny how things come like full circle, eh? You know, you talk about, and this isn't just like Google talking right now. You know, you sit there, you talking about something with friends, and then it pops up on your phone. It's like, hey, I need some maxi pads, and all of a sudden I'm getting ads on my phone for maxi pads. It's like, okay, yeah, you're not even my girlfriend. Why am I getting ads for this? So funny. Oh, but yes, separation. So yeah, that's how things are going. I'm gonna see what I can do about maybe getting a green screen set up here. It's not gonna take too much effort. Really just getting everything set up, and then using. I want to. I'm trying to switch using OSB as well, but yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit to figure out that OSB. Great platform. I really like the way it's set up and stuff, but you know, it just takes time. You gotta keep doing more, a little bit every day, a little bit every day. And me doing it, I've been recording everything I do. So if I do make a mistake, because I fucked up and accidentally deleted it all after I had everything set up, and I kind of sit there and cried a little bit, like mentally, because the amount of time I spent just getting everything set up and for it to just disappear. That, what was it? Friday's episode. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare setting that up. I'd have everything set up, boom, delete. I don't know what was happening. I had to reboot that like 5 times. Thank God I did it at night, like on the Thursday night, because oh my goodness. The first time, okay, my fault, blah, blah, blah. Second time, okay, this can't be my fault loading this up. Third time, now I'm just, okay, that's it. I'm going to bed. I'll finish it in the morning. Got up early, fucking set it up, and just nightmare. And then my camera dies on me. All of a sudden, it says, now your browser does not recognize your camera. All of a sudden, now it doesn't recognize my camera. Awesome. So cool. Thank you. Right now. Yeah, like right at the beginning of my video. And thanks, Bucky, for shouting out I had no audio the other day. I would have just kept talking and talking and talking. And what really pissed me off is I had some actually pretty good jokes in there. And just all one timers. You can't make that stuff up. Most of my best jokes are one timers. I can barely remember what I talked about 10 minutes ago. It's normally why I carry a notepad with me mostly everywhere I go. And just to show you, I literally, all the news I talk about, I write all this stuff down. I do research. This isn't just bullshit that I talk about. And then there's a few things I've looked into that, thank God I go back and double check on some of these things, because glad I didn't put those out, because I would have looked like an idiot. Some of these things are just crazy that are going out and they're getting retracted so quickly. Or just misheard, misinterpreted. That's another thing. But yeah, that's it for today, you guys. I'm gonna go do some setting up on Twitch and start getting my new channel straightened away a little bit. Just a little bit at a time. I hate jumping into all this stuff at once. I just do one thing at a time every day. Have a list of things that I feel like I should accomplish that day, and then stick to that list. And maybe, I don't know, depending on how frustrated I get with technology and shit getting deleted on me and stuff just not working, yeah, a couple times a day for things like that is good enough for me. Yeah. Don't stress yourself out over the small stuff, bud. Just do it. So, yeah. And what was it? The other day, there's a one show there I did not want to go live, and like I just wasn't feeling myself. Like I had some good news topics and stuff, and just I was just having a woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and I just did not want to do it. But I picked up my fucking socks and I put one shoe on at a time and got the show up and running. And thank God I did, because that was a successful show. Like I think that was probably one of my best shows. Was actually when I was really like not myself. Like I don't know what it was. Just that day I felt like shit. Oh, keeps asking me, do you want to do a poll? A poll on what? I don't know. Is news relevant today? Does anyone think that news is relevant today? Or do you think that the stuff that is on modern news right now, like Fox News, NBC, CBC, Canadian Broadcasting, Global, blah, 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 the news agencies across the board, Al Jazeera, like, do you find any of that news that they talk about in an hour program relevant to you? Like, I don't know. Talking about gun violence on the news is a waste of time. Talking about Epstein on the news is a waste of time. Unless somebody's actually going to step in and do something, like all this stuff is just sound bites to like misdirect us to some other thing. Like what we should be talking about is all these trade deals that are going. And then Trump today was threatening Canada with this Chinese EV deal. Like, holy crap, man. You're already like pulling. Oh, this was big news. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring this back up. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? That was huge news. Oh, it's because I had two Quebec things on top of each other, and I got fed up of talking about Quebec. Sorry, when I start talking about Quebec, I kind of start losing focus. How's it going there, Underground? Whereabouts are you from? Did you watch the news today? Anything in the news that you felt that was relevant besides Epstein? You think there's something that should be talked about besides Epstein? Like, uh, I'll just talk about this other thing tomorrow on tomorrow's news. But this is big news for Canada and like world trade. It's really gonna step us like on the front lines of military military. I'll just leave it for tomorrow. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. But definitely some big news for Montreal and Canada and UK. Trying to think like how I could phrase this already, but this is why I write stuff down. Like once I write it down, it's easier for me to speak out. And a lot of the stuff that you see is in here is like all short form. Like I don't worry about spell check or spelling. Like I know what it says, and that's the important part. Uh, Not too much stuff. As long as I write it in my own short form. Like if somebody else was to read this, they'd probably be like, "What the fuck are you saying?" But no, I can read my short form, and that's another dying trade is short form. Do they even do that anymore? And no, they just digitize everything now. Eh? They don't have people in court doing that short form. Eh? Yeah, yeah. Okay, you want me to do weather with without all the catchphrases? Hey, you have to give those weather people some credit. That's all they get to do is talk weather. It's like they don't have anything else better, so they gotta hype up weather. So that's why they gotta throw all those stupid fucking. Okay, that's it. No, sorry, Twofer. I'm not doing weather. Do the fact because catchphrases will definitely get thrown in there subconsciously. Just due to the fact where that's what we're so used to is weather people just being the stupid. They couldn't be a news anchor, so they became a weatherman, weather woman, whatever. There's a short if you go back into my shorts, me making fun of a wannabe weather woman, which I found hilarious. She didn't, but I found hilarious. Uh, New York. They still have court reporters in the U.S. Polar vortex is cold. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Some of these words that they're coming up with now, I don't know. It's like they're trying to make up words. And what's funny is you watch like one news agency and you listen to that weatherman, you listen to the next weatherman like a couple states over, exact same thing. He's even using the same stupid jokes as the rest. Bombogenesis? Bombogenesis? New York, at least with the special keyboard. And what do you mean about they still have court reporters in the U.S., Canada? Yeah, reporters from all around the world at the White House. And that one chick who's does for global news at the White House there. I bet you Trump just reams her in every day he sees her. Just like every time he walks out, he sees her just. Ugh. Like you couldn't send somebody you're prettier. Like I'm sorry, not to sound rude. Like I love big chicks. I love big chicks. You know what skinny chicks do? Nothing. You break your leg, a big chick will pick you up, throw you in the fucking car, and take you to the hospital. That's why I love big chicks. Oh, okay, court reporters. Okay, yeah. So I train shorthand keyboards. So they still do that. Okay. I know, like last time I went to court, they just recorded everything and then they run it through I don't know, AI, and they just fucking uh, subtext it or whatever you call it. Shorthand. Kind of wish I had one of those shorthand things, those typewriters. Interesting. How boring all day. That's all you do is sit there. Shorthand. Seems like the first thing to go when they start slashing things. Yeah. Everything is getting replaced with AI now. Yeah. Even my therapist I was talking to, she's like, I'm gonna be without a job here too. There's like more people that rather talk to AI therapy than to actual sit down and talk with a real person. I was like, yeah, I could have told you that. Even crop dusters. These guys are gonna be like the craziest people of this guys. These crop dusters are gonna be without a job. Now they just bring in a semi trailer with like 4 drones on top of it, and then they just take off and do a whole grid pattern, come back, refill. They really just have a guy to sit there and drive the truck and make sure everything's kosher, everything's hooked up properly, make sure that they're getting charged when they land properly. If they're off kilter, like that's it. So you have one guy controlling like 4 to 5 drones. That's just unreal. Oh, weed reports. Yeah, I could do that for you, Twofer. Definitely. Weed reports. Yeah, there's some pretty good strains coming out of actually here where I live. There's a company called Grump. Uh, they're doing kind of like a champagne, high-end gold seal kind of weed right now. Very, very kind of muck muck taste. Still have to pay kind of muck muck prices. Like it's gonna be your higher end of marijuana. So you're looking at an eighth. That's what 3.5 grams. You're probably looking around $60 for some of that stuff. But like I said, the stuff they're dumping out of there is not your average Canadian or Chinese ditch weed. And when that stuff comes up to market, it's gone. The market for that stuff is just unreal. I met this guy who built this facility a couple summers ago. I was doing some work for this millionaire, fixing up his cabin, and I just happened to have some weed jerky with me. Jerky completely infused with marijuana, and you couldn't taste the marijuana or anything. And no shitting you, a little piece like this big, 60 milligrams, a little piece. That my first mistake when I had it, I ate a big fucking piece like this big. Oh, fuck me. I was fucked up the next day. Wake up in the morning, like, kind of feels like I'm hungover. Like, I don't feel stoned, but I don't feel right. And holy fuck, I was messed up for like 2 days. And then my friends love that. And then this guy who's building this girl up, I gave him a couple samples, and he's like, "Dude, you have no idea what you just did." And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck are you talking about? It's jerky infused with wheat." He's like, "Yeah, but there's nobody doing that. Like everyone's doing like candies and sweets. There's nobody really doing anything savory. Like I really like to do like weed infused pierogies or like cabbage rolls or something like that. And then like next Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving, serve the whole fucking family that shit. Yeah, you have to fucking call 911 because everyone's on the floor. That'd be hilarious. Ugh. Yeah, don't drug your family. Never turns out good. And plus, I don't need to drug my family. They're fucked up enough. You'd think they're on drugs. So I don't talk to them anymore. And what's funny is I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's so funny. It's easy to reflect on the small guy at the end of the day. And you know what? I've just come to terms with that. Everywhere I go, people want to either fight me, yell at me, or just, pick on me because I'm always that guy in the corner. This is why I stay at home and I don't fucking go anywhere anymore. Like the other day, I went to a friend's house and then people start calling me out saying I was gay. I was like, okay, that's fine. And they're just like, you're just gonna take it like that? I was like, I don't know. That's fine. I don't care if they like. What am I supposed to do? Oh, they're calling me gay. Here, let's get into a gay fight. Let me pull up my deer paws. Like, I'm not gay. Boom. Even if I punch somebody out, they'd be like, wow, wow, you really got angry. Like, they really poked a button with you calling you gay. Like, maybe you really are gay. Oh, man. Nice. Yeah, that'd be good. How big are your cabbage rolls? I just do small ones. I don't do those big ones. I hate making the big ones because you see, like, when we did catering and stuff like that, you'd see people take like two cabbage rolls. And then what do you see coming back is like a cabbage roll or a half a cabbage roll. So I just make my cabbage rolls. So almost the perfect mix of cabbage, rice, and bacon. Or hamburger or whatever the fuck you want to put in your cabbage rolls. I gotta make them all. I gotta do straight rice and bacon and hamburger. Ugh. That's the joys of making Ukrainian food. And then the wife doesn't want me making pierogies without her, which kind of sucks because I could be sitting here making pierogies right now at $8 a dozen. That's a steal of a deal. There's Ukrainians just started a business in Brandon, a half an hour away from here. They're selling their pierogies for $19 a dozen. That's like it's over a buck a pierogi. Like who in their right mind would even if you have kids? Sorry, pierogies are now a delicacy. I'm sorry, pierogies were supposed to be like leftover potatoes, and somehow what can us Polacks and Ukrainians and Russians do? All we have is potatoes. Oh, let's put them in dough and cover them in butter. It's like, oh yeah, that's better than just eating them raw anymore. Like, and yeah, fucking $19 for a dozen pierogies, and they look like store bought pierogies. They have the big like the Guido lips. I like the Guido lips. Lets you know they're made by hand. I hate when they look too store bought, and if they look too store bought, they blow up in your pot when you cook them. So what a waste. You don't want your pierogies blowing up. Put a big fat lip on there. I remember the health inspector he used to always be like, "You guys aren't licking your pierogies closed, are you?" Oh my god! Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that. Okay, see my lips? Imagine if I licked Avery pierogi closed. You know what my lips would look like? I'd look like some crack. I'd look like I'd look like Dave Chappelle when he's that crackhead. I smoke rock. Like, actually, I kind of look like him, just a white guy. If I just shave my face with the toque, oh, I could so be hit. Joe Rogan, one thing to tell you, I smoke rock. I smell something burning, Joe. Joe, can you turn the lights on? I'm trying to have a snooze here. Babe, I'm gonna buy you the biggest rock ever. This will last us, I know, hours. Oh, Dave Chappelle. Oh, whatever happened to him, man? I liked him being the small, skinny guy, but I guess he probably just got tired of people picking on him too, eh? Like my buddy told me I should fucking start taking steroids and go to the gym with him. Fuck, I'm 42 years old. You know what happened to me if I fucking took steroids? Holy fuck. My liver and kidneys are probably shot already. Oh, fuck. The amount of liquor. And then speaking of liver and kidneys being shot, our beer that we buy here, that me and the wife have been buying for a while now, has switched from barley to corn. So now we're drinking corn beer. Not impressed. Absolutely not impressed. If you guys know anything about corn, probably one of the worst things you could be putting in your fucking body. Absolutely not good for you. The amount of sugars and stuff, especially if you're diabetic and you drinking this beer that me and the wife are drinking, yeah, not good for you. And then not a good feeling in the morning either. Not saying a hangover, it's just something with the sugar. There's a lot more sugar in there, well, due to the fact that it's corn based as well. I hate these pens sometimes. Here, I'll go grab this beer. Okay, and don't judge me. Don't judge me. I drink out of a 2-liter because it's cheap. Cheap like borscht. Okay. So they just switched from these Stone Colds. 2 liters, 6.2% alcohol. Ingredients: water, barley, hops, and yeast. Okay, and that jug used to be $1, or sorry, 11.10 for 2 liters of a beer. So just almost $12 for a 2-liter. Fairly reasonable in price, you know, that's fair. Oh yeah, but now they discontinued that. Now we're drinking this stuff here. So they lowered the percentage. Now it's just 6%. And it says original, the original. It's not the original because they never made beer out of corn with this company ever. Ingredients: water, hops, barley, corn, and yeast. Not good for you. It tastes like Budweiser though, but it doesn't smell like Budweiser. It's like almost like pear wine. You ever have Hutterite pear wine? Yeah, it kind of tastes like, smells like pear wine. Hey Tolga. Tolga 24. Sorry, talking about how they switched the ingredients in my beer to corn. So that's awesome. Actually, it doesn't taste too bad warm. And look, there's even little Manitoba right there. Manitoba. That's where they put the barcode, is in a Manitoba. They make this in Winnipeg. And then 20 cents for a refund. The only plastic 2 liters. Oh, yeah. And I didn't tell you this. Yeah, when they switched it, not only did they lower the alcohol's percentage, where's the liters? 1.75 liters now. And this is $10 even. So they're still getting their money's worth. They lowered the alcohol percentage and they lowered the amount of alcohol in there. Thanks. Thanks there. Oh, Fort Garry Brewing Company. Fort Garry Brewing Company used to just be a craft beer place, and now it's like, as far as I know, I think it's Canada wide you can get Fort Garry. Fort Garry, very, I don't know, kind of like Sleeman's. You know, they got all those blends. They have that super blonde, they have that wheat beer, they have all that other stuff. Hey, you're in here. You're not done work for another hour. Well, another 45 minutes. What are you doing in here? I'm just doing a chit chat after the news thing. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, look, kind of like Keys. Yeah, that's kind of what it. I say that's what Fort Garry is kind of like. Keys has kind of a lot of stuff like that. Sanders at work. Ugh. The landlord came down here the other day. Toby, Andrew, or Tom? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Tom because I know a Tom. I don't know anybody else's name, and definitely not Andrew due to the fact that Prince. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tom. Um, yeah, the landlord came down here. Was it Saturday afternoon? He's like, "Do you mind if I come in here and see if it smells like pot?" I just laughed. I was like, "Come on!" And he's just like, "What? You just?" I'm like, "Yeah, look around, whatever." Oh, you're talking Half Life. And Tolga, did you shave your beard? I think I heard today that you might have shaved your beard, or was that a while ago? I'm Scottish Irish actually. Scottish Irish. Yeah. My grandparents moved to Canada after World War II. My grandmother was actually uh, ran a concentration camp when she was orphaned. She got shipped off to this farm, and it actually became a POW camp for German POWs. So she did that until the end of the war, and then my grandfather was in the Canadian Airborne. He was a paratrooper during D-Day, so that was pretty interesting. He had a lot of memorabilia and stuff that he was bringing back, but the ship that had all his gear with him, with his gear was on another ship, and it was sunk by a German U-boat. Yeah, he got to watch all his stuff go down with that boat, uh, along with rescuing other people. Having a beard is too rare for me. What did so? Did you grow it out? Leprechauns. I wouldn't call them leprechauns. I call them I don't know, gnomes. Lots of gnomes, gnomes and chupacabras. I seen a chupacabra in Quebec City, right in the city. Chupacabra. What else? We have the Manitoba Nessie, the Lake Ness monster of Manitoba. We have the Wampapus. It's kind of a platypus and kind of a I don't know what it is. It's weird. But it's a mythical creature. Yeah, Manitoba cryptic stuff. Hold on a second. I gotta hold this. Speaking of which, I should probably take this book back to the library. I got what I needed out of it. Okay. Strange creatures of Manitoba. Strange creatures seldom seen in Manitoba. Okay. So we have the four wood, the giant beaver, the Manipogo, that's the Loch Ness monster, and then these giant snakes. That's crazy. The Sasquatch, big birds, big bats. Oh, beaver ducks. That's what I was talking about. It's like a platypus and yeah, like a duck mix. It's weird. Uh, Crocodiles and lizards. The underwater moose. Sea dogs. Some form of weird whale that they've seen. Giant frogs, dry rats, big moose, and mini moose. Oh, you guys remember in Canada was it the what was it, the hippopotamus? What was that called? Oh, oh yeah. I know I don't like shaving my face either. I'm gonna trim up the sides and get rid of this gray, but I'm gonna shape everything down a little bit. Maybe get some shit under here going. Yeah, yeah. There's like myths and stuff that like Native Americans they see like little baby moose, like no bigger than this, like almost like the book, The Toy Indian, almost like that. That's crazy. 2020. I'm trying to remember the last time I shaved. Would have been Wheel Burners thing. Was that 20? Was it that long ago already? Fuck yeah, it might have been 2020, I think. Did you shave your beard for that charity thing too? A friend of mine sent a bunch of money from Boston to the Fallen Angels, Forgotten Angels, F something Angels. Uh, Why'd you have to shave your face in 2020? Were you going for a proctology exam? Oh, sorry, T4. Sorry. Yes, that was a reference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen a picture of T4. And I'm pretty sure you've seen Tolga too once. I think I showed you Tolga once. We were talking one day, and I think I showed you because you were like, "Who is that you're talking to?" I was like, "That was Tolga," and she was like, "What?" That was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure she's seen you, just doesn't remember. It's probably all the corn and the beer that they're putting out. It's making our brains go to mush. Yeah, corn's not good for you. It's one of the first genetically modified foods that was out there. Like the first like real Monsanto's like lab, like the real lab where they started doing this was in Hawaii, where they started GMOing corn for production so it could pollinate itself. And the reason they used Hawaii is because it's an island in the middle of nowhere. They didn't have to worry about bugs or anything kind of contaminating that test crop. And still to this day, they do a lot of research crops in Hawaii due to the fact it's scarcity away from like popularization and other animals that could influence the crop. Bu- 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 Uh, no, I get bullied enough as it is. I don't care. I get made fun. Like I said earlier today, or on Friday, people thought I was gay, so that's fine. Uh, no, no, I'll trim up. I'll trim up for tomorrow, you guys. I'll get rid of some of this stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. I got some laundry I gotta do, and find something for supper. Should have probably pulled something out when I got up this morning, but had to start writing. Start writing. I wanted to make sure that stuff that I wrote last night was going to still be relevant today, and some of it wasn't. Some of it got retracted, so I had to fill in some extra spots. So I thought I was going to have a good 20 minutes, at least 22 minutes, but no, with the stuff I couldn't talk about. Yeah, the retractions. Yeah, there's no point. And so far, some of the stuff I talked about, except for Abby from BC there, it's not like I've retracted anything, but apparently some of the sound bites he said have been retracted from YouTube. Search up a grown man without a beard. I swear you're about to see a baby face, man. Yeah. And you know what's funny? If I shave my face, it's I lose credibility. And you might not know I notice it. Like say if I go into a store, shave my face, and I come back in the store, like I get ID'd. Go get cigarettes or go to a liquor store, and it's like I was just in here like yesterday. And it's like, oh no, ID. And it's like, just because I shaved my face. Like, issue with me is I like a kid. That's horrible. I was working a job this right at the beginning of this summer. They thought I was like 24, 28. And I was like, oh, okay. How old are you guys? 18, 19? And you guys think I'm like 24, 28. And you're like, yeah. Man, imagine how old they would have thought it. They probably would have thought I was the same age as them if I shaved my face. And then, due to the fact that I smoke like a pack a day, I don't know too many like 18-year-old, 19-year-olds that smoke a pack a day. Maybe like a vape a day. This vape craze has got out of control. Let's go back to the real way to poison yourself. At least you know you're really poisoning yourself. The science is out. Cigarettes kill. Science isn't out with vapes. We don't know what's happening. Just quit. Yeah, you can't. Just quit it. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do some writing. Go see what's happening in the world, and go find something for lunch and laundry. So me doing my butler routine. That's all I'm good for right now, apparently. Because still looking for a job. Oh, and FYI, people handing out resumes online. Be very careful. I don't recommend putting your resumes online right now. There's a couple fake resume providers. They say they're going to help you find a job and stuff like that. Actually, what they're doing is they're data collecting all your information. Now they have like your home address, your email. And if you're stupid enough to put your social insurance number on your resume, you should have your data breached. Um, even my references, I don't put up references or anything. I kind of keep my resume simple, sweet, vague. If they need any more information than that, then that's fine. But the reason I do that is for my safety, and well, everyone should be reconsidering how you do your resumes. So yeah, be very careful. I applied at one place here, so they said they were looking for a manager position. So I showed up to work there and I was like, hey, you're looking for a manager position? I'd like to drop off a resume. And he just looked at me. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't put any, any type of app or notice like that online. Could you tell me where you got this? So I told him, this is where I got it from, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, there's a few of them. I don't want to name them all. There's so many, but just everyone be very weary about what you're doing with your resumes online, because you're just giving them a whole. Okay, with the information I could get from your resume, I could ruin your life. I could just with that information. And it's funny that people just give that stuff out like it's free candy. I know some people, they hand out their resume, they just go to door to door to door to door and just hope something sticks. Now you gotta make sure that you know where you're delivering your resumes to, and that they're trustworthy as well. Even some businesses, they're getting scammy. They're getting scammy. Some of these people that like, I don't want to name any names, but there's some coffee franchises that are going around, and these owners of these franchises are being pretty shady with their resumes, and then using your data from your resume and selling that to data brokers. Good way to make money on the side if you're running a poorly doing coffee shop, you know? So that's fucked up. Seen a meme online of a guy that said, my son got a stupid drawing for my birthday and stuck it in the park that he thought I would like before you shame me. He is a 30-year-old bank manager. Hmm. That's fucked up. Hmm. I'd hate to be a bank manager's son in the first place. You're never gonna live up to expectations and you're always gonna be broke. But anyways, I'm out of here. Everyone, see you tomorrow. Monday to Friday, 4 to 4:30 Central Time. News stripped down. Just the important parts. Only half an hour. So come pop in, and you guys leave the short form questions, or if you're gonna ask questions while I'm live, just keep them short form. I'll try and get to them while I'm live, but it's mostly gonna just be basic stripped down news. So okay, peace out. I'm out of here.